So I'm in Walmart getting some bread. Because the local bakery that used to be so nice to go to has shut down because of these big boxes. So now I gotta get this corporate bread now. Anyway, I'm in there and this guy, he's gotta be in his mid-60s, comes up to me out of nowhere and says, "They say the sun is 94 million miles away, but I don't believe it for a moment. Those lying bastards." I turn and look at the guy. It's like he's one of those non-playable characters in a video game that just says exactly what the programmers told him he had to say. Like this was some kind of introduction to a side quest. But no way was I going down the flat earth rabbit hole again. Last time I did that, my wife moved out for a month. She really didn't want to hear about how the Navy shoots targets over 100 miles away using infrared and line-of-sight targeting. So I said, "Hey buddy, take that bread and shove it up your ass and get away from me." He just kept talking and I walked away. I get to the self-checkout and there's an attendant there. What the hell? Are they paying her less to do less? Anyway, I go to scan my bread and an alarm goes off. Potential misscan, it says. So now I gotta wait for her to come and punch a little code in the machine and verify whether or not I'm trying to steal this bread. It's the one thing I have. How could I be stealing it? It's right there in the goddamn bag. I notice this hot chick in the next bay buying some fruits and vegetables. She looks over at me and smiles. So I walk over with my bread and tell her that maybe she'd like to grab a bite to eat or something. She looks at my hand and says, "Aren't you married?" So I tell her, "They say that the sun is 94 million miles away, but I don't believe those lying bastards." She got this puzzled look on her face and turned and walked away. Oh well, at least the view was good for a bit. I walk out the front door and start to enter the crosswalk when this crazy bitch comes flying up on us all. Jesus, lady. I tell you, the Walmart parking lot is becoming a war zone, and there's a bunch of cars in the back of the lot. It looks like they're doing drug deals, but instead of drugs, they're selling each other lamps and video games, car parts and wall decor. There's like 50 cars back there. It's like a flash mob mixed with a flea market. Who the hell coordinated all of this? I see my sister Teresa in the lot, and she's getting into a car I've never seen before. Who the hell is that dude? That isn't her husband, Mike. What the fuck? I said, "Hey Teresa, who the hell is that?" Laughing and giggling, she says, "This is Larry from work. We had to go get coffee for the office." And then she starts laughing and giggling again. Before the tinted windows roll up, I see her head drop to his lap. Damn. I've never had a coffee run like that before. Maybe I need an office job. Poor Mike. So I call him up and I say, "What's up, Mike?" He replies, "Hey man, I can't talk right now. I'm on a coffee run with Lisa from the office, and I gotta finish before I get back." Finish? You finish the coffee run when you do get back. Oh, I see. Jesus. What the hell is going on in this town? Am I the only one not getting any side action? So I drive back home and see a strange car parked in the driveway. There's usually a gray sedan parked there when I'm gone. I have no idea who drives it either. But this is a green Camry. I guess she got tired of the other AP. I go inside and start making 3 sandwiches. I figure they're going to be hungry after all that. I take mine to the living room and start watching TV. On comes a commercial for an escort service right there in my own town. I thought, what the hell, and gave the number a call. They want $300 an hour. That's like $5 a minute. But all in all, that seems cheaper than my wife has been lately. So I asked them if I could reserve a girl for 10 minutes. That's all I'd need. They had the nerve to hang up on me. I guess no one wants to work in this town anymore. I go to the bedroom door and yell, "Your sandwiches are going to get stale!" and then grabbed my keys and headed for the door. I forgot it was Tuesday and my buddies would be playing chess in the park. We usually just set up the games and watch the hot broads on the jogging trails. We move the pieces now and then just to make ourselves look smarter, but none of us know how to play the game. I'm sitting there getting the board ready for me and Frank, when all of a sudden he has to stop and use the bathroom. It's like 100 feet away, but I swear this little trip is going to take him an hour. He's like 120 years old, so I'm patient with him. Well, this cute little thing in a ponytail passes by and I say, "Hey, want to play some chess?" To my absolute surprise, she stops on a dime and turns to me. "You really play?" she asks. I said, "Sure do," and then motioned for her to sit. She smiles really big and sits down. I can't believe it. I mean, I can. I'm a good-looking guy and all, so it's not a huge surprise, but the way things have been going lately, let's just say I wasn't expecting this. About 2 moves into the game and she realizes that I'm full of shit and don't know one thing about chess. She asks me if I want to go hang out somewhere else. I look around for Frank. He's nowhere to be found. I tell my buddy Jay to go check on him. that I'd be back later. So I can't believe it. I'm on my way to this chick's apartment to have a great time. We are laughing and joking. She seems really into me. Before we go in, she tells me there's only one thing I need to know before we go upstairs. I said, "Okay, hit me with it." She then proceeds to tell me she's a call girl and that she really needs some rent money, like right then. Conveniently, there's an ATM in the building, so I go and use my wife's debit card to snatch out $100. I say, "Is this enough?" She smiles and we go upstairs. I'll tell you what, that was the best 10 minutes of my entire week. I walked back to the park and I saw that Frank was almost back to his seat. I sit down just before he does and he asks me if he missed anything. I told him if I had another $50, then he would have. So anyway, we had a great afternoon. I go back home. The wife seems happy. I'm happy. Teresa and Mike came over for supper. Everyone just seemed happy. I thought, wow, what could possibly make his day any better? I go to bed and climb in close to my wife. She puts her hands on my chest. I'm thinking, wow, twice in a day? Nope. She shoves me to the other side of the bed and says, "Don't start your shit," and then falls asleep almost instantly. But that's my life, you know. Now all I can think about is how I'm going to raise another $100 before next Tuesday. Maybe I'll get a job. Maybe I'll get an office job and position myself as the lead coffee runner. Hell, if I could do that, I wouldn't even need $100. Shit, I'll work half a day for free if I can just be the coffee driver. Yeah, I'm gonna make a few calls in the morning. I can do this. Stay positive, folks. Christ almighty, these stories lately. I think this was worse than, "How was your frickin' day? Did he ever mention taking a shower when he got home?" No, I didn't think so. Well, what's your assessment? God, I hope he gets that office job, I think. Anyway, when you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.